the moment. Fabian Barcelo awaits the Biarritz prop. Now they launch the backs.
Right, okay. This is now successive percentage change and how you'd work it out. I've done one here that you could do without a calculator. I think the easiest way to think about these in most cases is investments. Investments can go up by percentages or they can decrease by percentages, so increases and decreases. Okay, at the start of a year you invest £500. At the end of the first year you gain 10%. So basically you've got an extra 10% on that 500, right? 10% of the 500 is 50. So at the end of the first year in your bank account or your share dealing account you've got £550. Okay, at the end of the second year the investment's lost 20%. Something's gone wrong and it's reduced. Now you want to take 20% off, but it's not 20% off the original because you don't have £500 invested anymore. You've got 550 invested. So you need 20% off the 550. Now 10% of this is going to equal £55. Okay, 20% is then going to be £110. So we take that off. So in this case, at the end of the second year, you've got 550 minus 110, which is going to leave you with £440. Right. Excuse me. Then at the end of the third year you've gained another 10%. So whatever you have at the end of the second year, add 10% to that and that's what you're going to have at the final year. So 10% of 440 is £44. So your final year is going to be 440 plus 44, which is going to be £484. Okay, I want you to take very quick note here that you started off with 500 but you've ended up with 484. You've ended up with less than 500. However, what you might think is if you gain 10% then lose 20% then gain 10% again, well that's 20% of gains and 20% of losses, so you should be equal. And that's exactly what you need to stop thinking when it comes to successive percentage change. It's all about what happens and in what order.